I'm going to review the Italian Grand Prix with Chief Race Engineer Andrew Shovlin now. We're on lap 2. Shov, we've just seen Rosberg cross over the start-finish straight. Lewis is back in 6th. Now, did Lewis's struggle at the beginning of the race influence your strategy from the off?
If he'd lost ground to both Ferraris, even to Ricciardo, we were quite comfortable we could get by those cars. The difficulty was Bottas. We weren't expecting to drop behind Bottas, and he's a very fast car in a straight line, and that was the real problem. But in terms of the plan, we talked it through with both drivers before. If you lose ground, it's stay on the soft, look after it, go long, and we can try and recover it all on the medium.
Here on lap 21, we can see both the Ferraris have already pitted, with Nico in the lead and Lewis in second. When they put on those super softs for the second time, did that make you reconsider anything?
It didn't really change our plan, but again, one of the things we talked about in the morning was if anyone fits any tyre other than a medium, they're two-stopping. So there's no way a super soft can get you to the end there's no way a soft can get you to the end. And for us, it was probably a relief actually. We were pleased that they went for that. We thought they might split, keep one on medium, racing Lewis on the same strategy. What this meant was we could just stick to our plan. Again, we're still on that soft tyre. Lewis had done a really good job looking after them, even though he was battling for position. And here he was setting some great lap times, not that different to the Ferrari on the new super soft. And we're just keeping them in check because they've got this extra stop to make. So as long as we can keep them within range, at the next stop, they're just going to drop behind us.
Here we can see the final tyre selection for the finishing top 10. Only 2 drivers taking the medium, obviously the Mercedes drivers, and the only other driver being Ericsson, who didn't finish in the top 10. Why did you choose the medium and why didn't everybody else choose it?
Well, for us, the 2-stop and the 1-stop, they were always very, very close on time. The 1-stop we liked because you could control the race, you're not having to give up the lead at any point, and we thought we could get both cars to the 1-2. Then that strategy was all based around this period here where we stay out long on the soft and we recover positions, and at this point when Ferrari stop, we then end up 1 and 2. Now, we had talked about the plan if all else fails. If we're still not 1 and 2 when we get into this phase of the race, we would have split Lewis's stint. So we would have run on this medium, but then around 18 laps, maybe even 15 laps from the end, we'd have gone to the super soft. And on Friday, we did a run on that that was superb, very, very quick, very low degradation, and that would have been an interesting strategy to do. He would have dropped back a long way at Monza, 24-second pit loss, and then we would have been going seconds a lap quicker, chasing the Ferraris down, and he would have been having to pass them in the final laps of the race.
If we look up here to the track temperature and the air temperature, very high temperatures we're seeing out in Monza. Did that influence your choices?
It did a bit. The harder the tyre, they tend to survive a bit better in the hot conditions. And you saw in Spa, it was incredibly hard to get these compounds to survive. Similar track temperatures, just a lot more energy in the circuit. So we were really focused on watching what the track temp was. Earlier in the weekend, they were actually predicting Sunday to be cool, around 32 degrees track. Now that didn't come, and it did make it quite difficult. And I think the key point there was that was probably what was frightening people off the 1-stop. They maybe hadn't done enough on Friday to see that they could actually make it work. And we were surprised that we were one of only 3 cars that really went for it on that soft medium strategy.
Thanks, Shov.
Thank you.